my kindergarten dolphins. It's so good to see you today. We're going to begin today with some calendar, and then we'll talk about the new way that we're going to be doing journals. All right, so let's begin by counting to find our date. I'll point and you count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 comes next. So let's look at what number shows us 6. Is it our first, middle, or last number? It's the middle one. Very good. So we're going to add that to our calendar. And let's look at our calendar mat and add it in. Here's our calendar mat. Yesterday we added a 5. It was the 5th. Today we will add number 6. It is the 6th day of our month. So this is what your calendar mat should look like now. Now, what month is it? It's that brand new month. We're only 6 days into it. And the month is, give you a hint. October. Very good. It is the month of October. Let's sing our months of the year song just to remind us of the months. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. And remember, October is the 10th month of the year. It is the 10th month of the year. And what year is it? 2020. Very good. I think we're ready to write the date. So just like we said, it is the month of October. We traced that yesterday. Now I can change my date to the 6th. And on the back, remember we talked about it is the 10th month of the year. Upside down. It is the 10th month of the year. So I was able to trace my 10. And now I can add that today is the 6th. So I change my date so it says that it is the 6th of October. Very good. Now we're ready to talk about the day of the week so that I can circle that on my calendar mat. Let's begin with the days of the week song. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, down to your knees. Thursday, down to your toes. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the days of the week. And look at the way that we're making 7. We're using a 5 and a 2. Those are some hidden partners that make 7, thinking about math. Okay, let's talk about what day it is today. Yesterday was the beginning of our week, so we said it was Monday. So I'm going to put Monday under yesterday was. Now, if yesterday was Monday, what day is it today? Tuesday. Very good. Today is Tuesday, which means that on our calendar mat, we can circle Tuesday. So I've got my calendar mat here. I'm going to find Tuesday. It begins with a letter T. And I'm going to circle Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Now back to our big calendar. If today is Tuesday, what will tomorrow be? Wednesday. Very good. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. Very good. So now we know about the days of the week. Let's talk about the weather. Let's sing our weather song together. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Tell me, kinder, what's the weather? What's the weather like today? All right, let's talk about our weather report. Let's begin with how it looks outside. What does the weather look like? Well, I think today's weather is pretty cloudy. It's pretty cloudy out this morning. I'm going to put cloudy. So then that means that on my calendar mat, I would circle cloudy. And let's think about how it feels. What does the weather feel like? You know, I'm feeling too cold. I don't have to wear a sweater. So I'm just going to say warm. I think it feels pretty warm. So I'm going to circle warm on my calendar mat. Not too cold, not too hot. All right, I think I'm all done with my calendar now. I know all about today's date, and I'm ready to get started on my journal. Now, we have a new way of doing journals, so I'm going to get my materials and show you. Okay, so remember that our objectives for journals is to write using a prompt. I have given you some options for your prompts, some different prompts that you can choose. Now, there are enough for the next 2 weeks, so you can choose one a day. I'm going to read through your prompts, so get out your page like this so you can hear what they say. Your different prompts are written at the top here in the dotted lines. And then you have a little sentence starter, something you can use to help you start writing. I also included a few words that might help you with your writing. I included some feeling words and some pictures to help you, some jack-o'-lanterns. And I included some different Halloween words because a lot of our prompts are Halloweeny. So some of these words might help you if you want to write about Halloween. So I'm going to read over our prompts now. Our first one says, write about a time that you were scared. Your second one says, when the weather starts to cool down, I feel. On your second page, your first prompt says, if you could fly away on a witch's broom, where would you go? The next one says, write about what you are most excited for this Halloween. The next page it says, what would you do if a ghost was in our classroom? And then at the bottom it says, last year on Halloween And then your last page of prompts, your 2 prompts are, if I went to the pumpkin patch, ... And then the last one says, pretend you are a black cat. What would you do all day? So those are the different prompts you can choose from. You can choose one each day, and I'm going to show you what your steps are going to be when you're ready to write it. Okay, I am ready to start my journal. Now, you can't see me right now, but I want to show you how we're going to do this. So I'm showing you my paper. Now, I'm going to pick one of my prompts that I like best. I think today I want to write about what I would do if there was a ghost in my classroom. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out that prompt. I'm going to cut out that prompt. See, it has dotted lines, so I know that means that it's time to cut. So I'm going to cut along the dotted lines. And remember, thumb on top, chop, chop, chop. I'm using my scissors correctly, making sure that I'm cutting as nice as possible. I'm going to hold my paper to help me while I cut. Chop, 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 chop. Now I realize that it doesn't totally fit on our journal pages. So I'm actually going to cut my little ghosty picture off. And I'll just glue him underneath. So now my next step is to glue my prompt to the top of the page. That way I know which prompt I'm writing about. And I know which prompt you're writing about when you do it. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back. Not too much, but just enough so that I have my whole prompt covered. And I'm going to glue it down. And then I do want my ghosty picture in there to remind me what I'm writing about. So I'm just going to glue it right here. So the question is, what would you do if there was a ghost in our classroom? Now, maybe I don't know how to start writing, but look, there's a sentence starter to help me, and it says, I would. I would, and then I have to decide what it is I would do. So I'm gonna put this one here to help me so I know what I'm writing. I can use it as a little model. So I see it starts with an uppercase I, and then the next word is would, because it's asking me, what would you do? Would. So I'm gonna use some finger space and write would, just like it's showing me. W-O-U-L-D. Now, what would I do? What would I do if there was a ghost in my classroom? You know, I think I would probably run away. I would probably be really scared. So what I'm gonna write is run away. Now I can sound out the word run. It starts with a R, U, N. I would run. Now the word away, I don't really know how to spell that, but I bet it's in my word wall book, so I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get my away. Starts with the letter A, so I'm gonna find my letter A page. So I found my letter A page, and I can hear a w. So it has a W, an A and a W. I'm gonna look for a word with an A and a W. There it is, away. So I would run, and now I'm gonna use my word wall book to help me. Away. I would run away. Now what would I be running away from? Oh right, the ghost. I would run away from. Sounds like a word that begins with letter F. I'm gonna find my letter F. And then I know it sounds like an F and an R. Is there a word with an F and an R? Oh, here, from. I would run away from, I'm going to use this to help me, F-R-O-M. Then the next word is the. Now, I've written the a lot of times, so I know that it starts with T-H-E. From the. Now, I want to write ghost, and I can't remember which word ghost is in my prompt, but I remember that there are some Halloween-y words at the back of my prompt booklet. So I'm going to look for ghost. There's the ghost. And now I'm going to use that ghost to help me write ghost. So I'm going to leave it here as my model from the ghost. Now that's the end of my sentence, so I want to make sure I put a period there. And now I have my sentence. What would you do if a ghost was in our classroom? I would run away from the ghost. I was able to use my word wall book and my Halloween words and the prompt to help me write my sentence. And now I can draw a picture of me running away from the ghost. And then my next step is to add color, and then I'll be done. All right, kindergarten, so here's my finished product. I was able to glue my prompt, to use my little picture from the prompt, to write my sentence, and to add a picture with color. And I used my word wall book to help me, I used my Halloween words to help me, and I used that sentence starter to help me. So if you're having a hard time with this, you can also just write a few words to answer the question. So maybe you're not ready to write a full sentence, but maybe I could write run. I would run. I would was already given to you with the sentence starter, and you can sound out run. That's okay. I want you to be able to do this at your level. And if you're ready to just draw a picture and start with the sentence I gave you, that's okay. I want it to be your writing, and you do it as much as you can by yourself, okay? I really want this to be an exercise for you all to use your writing brains and to be superstar writers as much as you can, okay? All right, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow where we'll choose another prompt. Remember, you can choose whichever prompt you want. So you don't have to do the one that I'm doing. You can choose whichever one you want to do. I'm going to show you one that I wanted to write about today, and tomorrow I'll show you a different one I want to write about. All right, kindergarten, good luck. I'll see you later.